Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 is not what I was expecting whatsoever. Let me begin by stating that this is not a scripted video, these are my personal thoughts, this is completely improvised, I'm gonna be yapping a lot in this video, but these are my genuine thoughts on the season and my genuine thoughts on Fortnite in general. Let me state from the very beginning that I don't think Epic did anything, anything particularly wrong with the game. What I mean by that is, this is Fortnite. I realized that this is not your typical Battle Royale game. This is not Warzone, this is not PUBG or any of the other staple Battle Royales. Fortnite has always been different, and I think it will always remain different. I think that's the appeal of the game, that it's not, you know, your regular first or third person shooter. You have incredible mobility in this game. Each season has a new mobility item. It's incredible rotation wise. You have so many unique stuff that you don't see in any other Battle Royale. And I'm not even counting the build aspect of the game. Like, Fortnite was always unique, and the first unique aspect of the game was the building mechanic. Being able to have being able to construct a defensive structure on the goal was the biggest selling point of the game back in the day, right? It was what separated it from any other Battle Royale. Now, even if you go to free build, you know, zero build right now, the game is still incredibly unique because you have so many things that you just don't have in any other game, right? That's what makes it appealing, that's what makes it different, that's what makes it unique. And this is where my own personal expectations were so, how to say it, wrong. I had the expectation that Fortnite, regardless of all the, I would say, unique traits that it has, was at its core still a third-person shooter, right? Because at the end of the day, you win. I mean, the entire point is that you get weapons and you shoot the other person in front of you, and the last man standing wins the game. I mean, it's not necessary to shoot somebody in order to kill them. You can be creative and whatnot, but the entire point of the game is that that's the point. The last man standing, usually you kill the enemy player by shooting them, right? I was wrong. Fortnite is not like the other Battle Royales. I just realized that. And for the people who say that the new season is terrible, I was on your opinion until I guess I decided to look objectively. And when I looked objectively, removing my bias from the equation, it turns out that Fortnite was never supposed to be catered towards the, I guess, the biggest hardcore fans of Battle Royales. You've had flying planes back in Chapter 1, you had mechs at some point, you had all this crazy different stuff in almost every season. You don't have any of these in any other game. So the game was never, I guess, the staple shooter game. So people that are now mad that you have literally armored vehicles that can one-shot you by literally running you over, or having a machine gun turret attached to your car that out-DPSs every other weapon in the game. I mean, it's not cool to play against. The skill expression is no longer in the game, but for people who say that's not what Fortnite is supposed to be, you are disingenuous if you say that. That's a disingenuous statement. That's the core of Fortnite, if I have to make the statement. Like, that's the point of Fortnite. That's what makes Fortnite special. The game has always been like that. I just realized it, and just because the game has been like that doesn't mean that I have to enjoy it, and I don't. I'm not happy with the new season, but I'm not about to hate on Epic Games or anybody who likes it, because objectively speaking, I am the one in the wrong. My expectations are wrong, not the game. I loved Season 2. There were things I hated about it, but in general, I loved that season. I hated the Avatar Mythics. I hated the fact that I would open 5 mythic chests and I would get 5 separate DMRs. I hated that. I hated the fact that I'm gonna have to chase somebody in the river and they will be dashing in indefinitely. I hated that. I hated the water bending with a burning passion. I hated that weapon. I couldn't wait for it to get voted. But despite of all of that, I loved the game. I fell in love with Fortnite. And that is where I made a mistake. I set my expectations that the new season is gonna be pretty much like the previous one with a little bit tweaks, a little bit different, but still the same at its core. And that is where I failed to realize that was never Fortnite to begin with. Like, Fortnite can be like other battle royales, but it's not. That's not the staple. That's not the default setting of the game. It never was, technically speaking. It was always a little bit too unique to be like every other game. And this is where it's not so much of a warning, but it's a little like it's we can say it's a warning, but it's not. I don't want to sound like it's, it's a warning. For everybody who might actually want to try Fortnite, do not set your expectations too high. Do not have too many expectations. Because if you watch a game such as CSGO, you know exactly what to expect. The game never changes in particular. It's a staple game. Always. Fortnite, on the other hand, is ever changing, never staple. It's even the things you might assume are gonna be staple, such as being a third-person shooter, they can be so overshadowed by the new updates and the new meta that it almost doesn't feel like it's a third-person shooter. Like Kratos said, you cannot be disappointed if you don't have any expectations in the first place. I loved Season 2, I even practiced to get better, and all of that practice is almost completely useless in this new season because... I mean, exactly because the meta changed and the game is not your typical third-person shooter. I do not hate Epic for what they did. I'm not gonna shit on the game. It's just a different game that, yes, it caters towards casual players way more than it caters towards anybody else. But that was always the core of Fortnite, so I don't think... You can be angry, obviously. I am kind of angry. But I am also not hypocritical. Like, I'm not gonna blame Epic Games for what they did. I don't plan on playing this season anymore. I'm not gonna play this season. I mean, there are many other problems. It's not just the vehicles. The map is completely lifeless. There is no loot on the map. The new locations are rather boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're very open, very little cover. They might look cool, but they're really not anything special. So they voted they voted a weapon that I was terrible previously, and at the end of the second season I was actually getting better with it, which was a sniper. I kinda got a little bit heartbroken when they removed that item, but I cannot do anything about it. The game right now looks terrible. Some people might say it's because it's the beginning of the season. That's valid, I guess. I will take it. But even if they change quite a bit of the things, even if they introduce more loot, even if they make the cars significantly less impactful, I don't think I'm gonna play it anyway, because the particular way the game is supposed to be played in this new season is not something that I find enjoyable. If I get the opportunity to play Season 1 or 2, or even OG Fortnite, I think I would jump on the opportunity, but this current season and the way it's supposed to be played, I don't think I can enjoy it. Therefore, I am not gonna be playing Fortnite this season. I wish every single one of you, ladies and gentlemen, a fun season. I hope you can enjoy yourself. I hope it's fun for you. I hope all of you get as many victory royales as possible, and maybe we'll see each other in the next season, but I will be way more, careful with Fortnite from now on, and I will not try to set my expectations to anything. I will go into each new season with a I will go into each new season completely clueless. And that way I will probably never, I hope I will just not get disappointed in the future. That is all from me. Have fun in the new season.